And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today we're reviewing Fire Emblem Three Houses. I think here's the case of the game. Make sure, yeah, see, it's in there. See, it's in there. Anyways, this game was released on the Switch. Fire Emblem is an RPG kind of thing. I don't know. Anyway, the reason why I was able to play this game, it was the one and the only LikunMiffery let me borrow this game and gave me the chance to play it. So, thank you, Likus, for letting me do that. And so I got a lot of thoughts on this game, though. Let's jump right into it, shall we? So this, I did not expect this game to be an RPG. I really didn't. I was more thinking this would be kind of like along the lines of Bayonetta, sort of, where it was just going to be run in and you do a lot of battling, hashing and slashing, zoom, zoom, zoom. But, you know, I liked it. I was really glad to see that the battling style was more RPG. It adds a lot of strategy onto the game, and it adds a lot more fairness to the player, which is nice. The only caveat is you don't get to battle as often as I would like. There's a lot of story packed into this game, a lot of dialogue too. It's a very story driven with lots of dialogue scenes and lots of downtime where you don't do a lot of battling, but when you do battle, it's a lot of fun. Definitely enjoyed it. I can tell that they put a lot of effort into how the game looks. It's not necessarily a top-notch quality game in most people's eyes. However, it doesn't look terrible. I could get through with it. You know, they definitely had to put a lot of work in. This is a pretty large game, all things considered, so they definitely had to work through that. But I think they did a good job. It's not perfect, but nothing really is perfect, so they did a good job there. The building relationships part and the decision-making part is really cool. It's not something you necessarily see a lot in games these days, and I really liked it. It can allow for a little bit of a different experience each playthrough of the game, and I really enjoy that. I think that's nice. Keeps the game fresh, allows for better replayability, and that's always good. So, more I play this game, the more I realize it's kind of like Harry Potter. You know, instead of Harry Potter, though, it's Byleth, and you're the teacher instead of the student. I really don't know if I want Byleth as my teacher. I don't know how well that would go as a class, but thankfully I should never have to do that. So there you go. But I mean, other than that, just like running around the school, the more mythical stuff that they take with the game, the battling and that kind of stuff, it really just did feel like Harry Potter. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan in the world, but yeah, it's okay. I think it's fine. But I definitely saw a resemblance there for sure. The calendar part is also a cool way to tie in the school part, and it also adds some extra strategy onto the game, in my opinion, which I like, because you have to plan your days out. You only have so many times that you can go around and upgrade or talk to people or walk around the school or whatnot before a battle comes along. So you gotta plan your time effectively if you want to be good at the game. I'm pretty good at planning my timing, but I'm not necessarily the greatest at this game. So take that as you may. How I actually plan my time, I don't know. But it's cool. One thing I will say, though, that the characters are not that interesting. They look cool. Yeah, I got some. Yeah, they look cool. I'll say that. But they don't, like, none of them have like super interesting personality traits. None of them go through like some major development. It's just kind of bland, and it's not necessarily like the game's main focus, but they are a very prominent part of the game, so it's going to be something that people notice. You put all this time into like animation and styles and whatnot. You couldn't have given them a little bit of more personality or character growth. I feel like that would have been a small thing compared to some of the other things that you did with this game. Kind of just what I thought. And the last thing I'll say about this game is why with the durability. Like, I get that it allows you, it also adds strategy. It does, and I've been saying, like, the calendar thing and the RPG thing, and, that's all strategy too, when I liked those parts. I don't like the durability. Here's the thing, right? This is it's literally called, oh, no, it's not Final Fantasy. I keep getting Final Fantasy mixed up with Fire Emblem. This is like a fantasy game, right? Like, yeah, I mean, first off, living wages and whatnot, but also, like, this is never going to happen, right? So what? Shit, I dropped the game. God, I'll pick that up later. So why, like, my thing is, why do you have to include a real life thing like durability? Doesn't make any sense. Do you have to, like, do that? Like, I don't know, it just kind of takes some of the fun factor away. To know that, like, some of these cool weapons will go away. Doesn't really, kind of sucks, Oh well, but, it's not really, like, a huge deal, but it's just a nuisance, really, that's what I gotta say, but anyways, that's all I gotta say for Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is when you battle, the battling is by far the best part of the game for me. The other parts are fine, but they're not like super innovative or great in my opinion. So, and it really does weigh down the game because this game definitely did have a lot more potential if they did more battling, but sadly they did not. So. But that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever played Fire Emblem Three Houses, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. Till next time. See you guys later. Goodbye.